Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Record Breaker. It's here, finally. We've been talking about Record Breaker now for 6 weeks, and it's finally here. Yay! It's the most exciting month of the year. So I'm going to hang out here for a few minutes and wait till a couple of other people wake up this morning and join me. I think I'll have some coffee. That'll help this call go a lot better. What do you think? It is just at 5 a.m. here in Hawaii. I am up and ready for Record Breaker. All right. Good morning. How are you? Yay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I know some of you had a late night last night because it was the close of the month and lots of exciting things happening. And so that leads to a lot of celebrations. And of course, then people are sleeping in, right? So I am going to talk today about really putting the finishing touches on your record breaker for this week. So good morning, Connie. How are you? So let's take a minute first to kind of rewind. We've been talking about Record Breaker now for 6 weeks, and there's been a call every Saturday morning helping you to get ready for this. And if you have not listened to them, I highly recommend that you go back and spend the time to do that. And I know that sounds like a huge time investment because who the heck has 6 hours, right? But here's a little tip. Did you know that you can listen to them while you're driving? So why not the next time you get in the car and you're going to be stuck in some traffic, why not just go onto Facebook 2.0, your FSRC 2.0, and find one of the calls that you haven't listened to. The cool thing is if you have Bluetooth in your car, you can Bluetooth it right through your car and listen to it. And it's a great use of your time as opposed to listening to the mumbo jumbo of whatever happens to be on the radio. So for those of you that do spend time in a car in the morning or in the afternoon, this could be a great use for your time. Even if you're not working outside the home and you're not stuck in traffic during the morning or evening rush hour, you probably have to do a lot of chauffeuring with kids. And so some of that back and forth time, you could always pause it then, of course, and as the kids get in and out of the car. But that might be a perfect solution for you. So I would love to encourage you to go back and take a few minutes to listen to that. Good morning, Beth, and good morning, Anna. Anna is from Hawaii too, and she is up bright and early this morning. I'm so impressed, girlfriend. Anna's going to be one of our newest managers very, very soon. We're excited about her. All right, so today I have a 6-pack of ideas for you. How's that? We're going to talk today about what do I do now that it's Record Breaker, and maybe it just hasn't come together for you. You were so busy with September, you didn't get your ducks in a row for October, and now you're almost in panic mode. So I'm a strong believer, you guys, that a good month only takes one party. One party, that's all it's going to take. So if you can get that first party in your date book, this is a business of multiplication. So as you hold a party this week, you date 2, and those 2 parties then can go into next week. And then from there, you can date 2 more parties from each of those 2 parties. So that's 4 more parties. So you would have the 4 parties plus the 2 plus the 1. That would be 7 parties. And if you hostess coach them really well, they could be $1,000 each. So that could be $7,000 in sales. And you could be sitting here today with 0 in your date book, and you could finish the month with $7,000 in sales. Couple of things. Number one is you have got to believe that you can do it. The hostess offers are there. There's no reason for someone not to want to have a $1,000 party. So the number one thing is you've got to believe that you can go from where you are today to $1,000 or $7,000 in sales by the end of this month. First step. If you don't believe it, nothing that anyone teaches you or trains you to do is going to work. You must own that. That's the first thing. The second thing is nothing will work unless you do. So if you hang up this phone and you think, well, that was kind of cool, and then you don't do anything about it, it's probably not going to change. So one of my favorite sayings, in fact, I've been told that it's going to be on my tombstone, is if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. So if you don't like where you're at, you got to do something a little bit different. So let's get down to our 6-pack of ideas. So the very first thing is the easiest person to date a party with is yourself. Seriously. So you need to have a Tupperware party. This is one of the reasons why we ask every new consultant that comes into the business to have an activation event, is they are the most reliable hostess, and you are your most reliable hostess because you're not going to cancel on yourself, right? You already know how to party plan. You just have to make the decision you're going to do it. Now, I know some of you are thinking, oh my gosh, if I have a party at my house, it means I'm going to have to clean my house. Well, yeah, you're going to have to clean part of it, the kitchen and the living room. But I got to tell you a little story. Years and years ago, when the kids were little, and sometimes my house was kind of almost in chaos, and I don't like chaos in my house, but sometimes it would get in chaos. My husband would look at me and he'd say, isn't it time for a team meeting? And that was his words for, isn't it time that we straighten up the house? So maybe it's time you straighten up the house. How's that? So you need to have a party. So book it as a mystery hostess party. So a mystery hostess party is when you have a party and you don't know who the hostess is going to be because you're going to give away all of the gifts among everybody that comes to the party. So you've got to promote it that way. That's a great enticement for them to want to be there. Outside orders don't count, only the people that come, because you're more likely to be able to date and recruit the people that are actually in attendance at the Tupperware party. So use that as an enticement that you're going to be giving away all of the host gifts. Now, let's just say you don't want to give away all, and you're thinking, well, I really wanted those knives. Well, then, you know what? You can give away the half-offs. You can give away the thank you gift. And there's a little extra host credit, because when you have a $1,000 party, you actually have enough host credits left over that someone can get a hostess gift special. So you could give away one host gift special and the 3 half-offs and the thank you gift and the conversation starter. So that's 5 gifts that you can give away. So you still can keep the knives for yourself if that's the reason that you're having that Tupperware party. So what would you have to do? Well, number one, you need to set a date, and it needs to be into this week. So do it fast. People know more what they're doing this week than they know what they're doing 3 weeks down the road. So if you call and ask somebody about an appointment, they know what they're doing. And I'm going to give you a little example of something. I've been waiting for a referral on a doctor's appointment, and it wasn't happening. So I called my doctor back yesterday, and she gave me the number. And so I called the doctor's office where I had been referred. And you know what? They offered me Wednesday morning. I said yes, because I looked at my Wednesday morning. I had nothing happening at 9 o'clock on Wednesday morning. So I said yes. My point exactly is, if someone is going to call for a doctor's appointment, they're so excited if they can get it into the same week, not 3 weeks, 4 weeks down the road, right? And because I literally expected to wait for this appointment for 3 months. So I was thrilled that I don't have to wait 5 days. So that's my key, is date it in close. Look at your date book. Pick a day or a night when you can have your get together and invite your friends. Now, you're going to need to over-invite. That's what we tell every single hostess. So we say to them, invite 40 people so you can get 10. So sit down and make a list right now. When you get off this call today or this video, I want you to make a list of 40 people. So use Frank, friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, coworkers, kids' contacts. They don't have to be your bestest friends. And you have a little bit of an advantage because you can invite past customers and past hostesses too. So put that on your list. Invite 40 people. Ideally, I want you to invite them a couple of different ways. I'm a big fan of Facebook events because I love the interaction for my Tupperware parties. So I would create a Facebook event immediately. That would be the first mode of contact, realizing that not everybody's going to see it because they may not get notifications. They may not check Facebook. Second thing I want you to do is I want you to personally invite people. That means you've got to pick up the telephone and personally invite. If you're just swamped today and you're thinking, oh my God, I don't know that I can do that, or I'm going to be at in a crazy busy place today, maybe you've got a vendor event today, then take a list of phone numbers and start texting in between customers. But personally reach out. Don't do a group text, personally reach out. And then throughout the week, you've got to do that personally reaching out to them. That's that follow-up call, making sure that they saw the invitation, making sure that they saw the text, and letting them know that you'd love to have them there. People come when they know they are wanted. So pick up that telephone and give them a call. When you do that, you're going to want to make sure that you're creating a desire for them to want to host a party of their own. So make sure you're demonstrating something that is of a higher ticket value, one of our premium products. The stack cooker would be perfect because it's our new Say Yes gift. So they've got a couple of options. They can pay full price. They can host a party and get it for half price or use their host credits, or they can join Tupperware and get it at the reduced price that way as well. So I love demonstrating the Say Yes gift when it's a premium product, which typically it is. So that is my first tip, is to make sure that you date a party with yourself. So everybody stick your little pinky up in the air, pinky swear that you're going to date a party with yourself if you don't have the date book of your dreams. Because if you can't count on yourself, who can you count on, right? So that's the first thing. Second thing is, as you're making that list of your friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, coworkers, and kids contacts, I want you to think about, who do you know that works in an office? So invite them to the party. But while you have them on the phone and you're inviting them to your party, there's no reason why you can't date a party with them for this week as well. So here's how that would roll. You would say something like this. So Kim, let me ask you a question. Would it be possible for me to come by and do lunch for you and the ladies at your workplace, maybe on Thursday of this week? Tuesday or Thursday, just pick a day. Now, some of you aren't available during the daytime, or maybe you work during the day, but you have a lunch break and you could do it on your daytime. So what I would do is I would cook something in the stack cooker. It's 30 minutes. So the key to this is you've got to have your meal prepped in the layers with the seal on it in the bottom 2 layers, and then just put it in another piece of Tupperware for the top layer. When you arrive, everything is all ready to go, so that all you've got to do is take off the seal. So peel the seal, put the top cover on, put whatever you've got in that. Maybe it's going to be I love the cinnamon pears. Those are really easy to do. Maybe you're going to do apple crisp. Keep it simple because you're trying to do something fast. What you're going to do is give a basic understanding of the stack cooker, of the fact that you're cooking 3 levels at one time, 3-course meal in under 30 minutes. Put it into the microwave. While it's cooking, you demonstrate the other items. You talk about your That's a Bowl sales special. So you really don't have to take a lot of products with you. Take your That's a Bowls. I wouldn't take both stacks into an office. I would just take one. Then you can talk about the fact that we have it ×2. And then I would obviously take my stack cooker and any pieces that I need in order to prepare that recipe. Things like a spatula, a chop and prepper, the Power Chef, things like that, measuring cups, measuring spoons, just so you can finish it up. So now 30 minutes, it comes out. What you're going to be able to do is let them eat, and while they're eating, they can write up their order. So for people that have an hour lunch break, this is a perfect solution. I just want you also to talk about how many paydays there are until Christmas, because you've got to start getting people into the Christmas shopping spirit. So there's a really cute meme running around right now. In fact, I just posted it, and it's too early in the morning for me to remember this. So I'm going to see if I can pull it up real quick. It actually talks about how many Fridays, I think, until Christmas. And if people get paid every single Friday, 12 Fridays until Christmas. Holy smokes. So if they get paid every week, they've got 12 paydays to get the Christmas shopping done. If they only get paid every other week, they've got 6 paydays. So now is the time for you to start talking about that, because a lot of the products that we have in our catalog make a fabulous gift. All right, so that office party could be great. Maybe you don't have a lot of friends that work outside the home. Then a survey party would work best. And a survey party is where you ask them if they could get just a group of people together around their kitchen table, say on Wednesday or Thursday, and let you come over, demonstrate one product, and get everybody's opinion on it. And of course, you're going to want to demonstrate what? The stack cooker. Because they can date a party, they can buy it, or they can join Tupperware and get it. Now, if you're newer to Tupperware and you do not have a stack cooker, then use your Power Chef, because that's why Tupperware puts that into your kit. It's a high value item. It has a lot of versatility. You can do a very fast demo. So if you're unsure of where to find all of the survey parties, because there's one on every premium product, check with your business leader, because they have them all. I'm certain of that. And a survey party is a wonderful way for you to pull something in just a couple of days. So we've got the mystery host that you're going to do yourself. And we've got also either an office party or a survey party. Actually, you could do both, right? Next up is Facebook. So Facebook can be an amazing tool if used correctly. The challenge that I see is that so many people that try to use Facebook just like slap a flyer up there and say, call me. That doesn't work. It's very, very ineffective to just put a flyer up. So what works best is to go live and do a demo of something to grab people's attention. When you do that, then customers actually get to see the features and the benefits of how something works. So what I would recommend that you do is go live with one of your favorite pieces of Tupperware, and then let them know that you are looking for someone that can do a Facebook party on this day or this day, and offer them 2 choices this week. Because the beauty of a Facebook party is it does not take a lot of advanced preparation. Nobody has to worry about cleaning their house. People can hop on from wherever they happen to be. So that Facebook activity is great. Now, I'm going to do a rewind real quick, because I asked you to do a party of your own this week. I don't want it to be a Facebook party. I want it to be a real live in-home Tupperware party, okay? But this Facebook party could be one more tool that you could use to pull something in this week, just like that. Another cool thing that you can do with a Facebook party is you can do kind of a game about it. So create the dates that you're available for the rest of the month. So this may not pull in something for this week, but have a date that's this week. And then what you're going to do is you're going to post the dates that you're available this month to do a Facebook party. And after you do your little demo and get them excited about getting something for free or for half price, and invite me to come and do a Facebook party with your friends so I can shower you with free and half price Tupperware, then you're going to tell them to pick one of the dates below, and a gift is attached. Now, there's a lot of fun ways that you can do that. You can just do, instead of actually just listing the dates, you could do some graphics and have the dates on the graphics as well, and then they're going to pick that. And then you could go live maybe with envelopes with what's inside. And so what I would personally use is I would use something like a gift that you've already won, nothing of high value. Or my favorite thing to use, and I'm going to talk about this again in a few minutes, is using your pool money. So most of you, if you've been in the business for a month, have got pool money in your account. And that is the credit that Tupperware gives you for buying samples. And the whole purpose behind that pool money is so that you can sell a sample off your table and be able to give a host credit for it. But a lot of the samples that you bought went into your kitchen, so you're never going to resell those. So that pool money is yours to use as you choose. And I love to use it to reward hostesses that date in on a particular date. So you could use that. Cost you nothing to be able to do that. All right, so those are a couple of ideas on what you could do today to date parties away from a party. And that's going to help you to pull in those sales. So imagine, I said it starts with one party. So if you dated one party, and you dated that mystery host, or you dated that office party or that survey party this week, and you got 2 datings, and you put both of those datings into next week, and then from there dated 2 parties from those, that's how you're going to end up with 7 parties for the month. Party plan them to be $1,000 each, $7,000 in sales. Wow. It starts with 1. That's all it takes. All right, now let's talk about some of the things that you can do at a party to date more parties in closer, because you've got to get these parties in close. Number one, your hostess needs datings, and according to Tupperware guidelines, they need to be dated in 21 days in advance. So someone dating in January is not counting. Someone dating in December is not counting. The second thing is for your purposes of building a business, you need to date in close. So you heard me talk about date at the party into next week. So always use the words, is next week soon enough? is next week soon enough? Not is next week too soon? So that'll help you to pull that party into this week as opposed to them dating at the end of the month. Now, here's some other words that you can use to help pull that party in. So let's say that I'm at a Tupperware party right now, and Anna has said she wants to have a party, and we're working on a date. And she says, okay, so tell me when all of these specials end. And I say, well, they go on through the end of October. So, October 28th. And then she says, okay, well, let me have my party on the 27th. Well, yeah, she's under the wire. But the challenge is that when I go to that party, I'm not going to be able to offer the same host offers to get them more parties into October. So if I started with one and I put my one dating all the way to the end of the month, I've got a big gap in between, and you don't want that big gap in between. So this is exactly what I would say. I would say, oh, Anna, you know what? I want to be able to help you get as many datings as possible. And because you need those 2 datings to qualify for the host bonus offers, if we could do your party in earlier in the month, I could be able to offer all of those host bonuses to your guests, which makes them even more likely that they'll be dating a Tupperware party. And that way I know I'm going to get you those 2 datings. Now, you know what? I know I'm going to get her those 2 datings no matter when she has that party, but she doesn't know that. So I want her to get that party next week so that I can then offer all of the host offers for the month of October to all of her guests. So when you say that, she'll be like, oh, because then I say, because you don't want your friends to miss out on this, right? No. Okay. So when can you do it next week? So that's how you pull those parties in nice and close. But I like to not have to go through that. So one of the things that I do is I use a 3x5 card system. And on every card, I write the dates and times that I'm available throughout the month. And then I put stars on the cards. The closer that the party date is, the more stars that are on a card. So if somebody dates a party into the end of the same week, so it's Saturday, if they dated a party into Thursday, they would get 5 stars on that card. And then the beginning of next week would have 4, the end of next week would have 3, the beginning of the next week 2, the end of that next week would be 1, and that last week there's no stars. The number of stars on the card indicate how many gifts they're going to get from me at their party. And I would use my That'sable, and I would fill it up with all my party gadgets, the big things like scoops and funnels and pie slicers and keychains and magnets and all of those kind of things. That's my hostess only container. You could put it in a basket if you want to as well. I like to put it in a bowl because then I can put a seal on it. They don't fall all over the place when I'm in transport. So they get to pick a gift out of there. So they're going to want to pick 5 gifts as opposed to 0 or even 1. And dating that party in close is going to help you to get them to do that. So using the 3x5 cards ensures that you're going to date parties on the dates that you're available, and it's going to help you to get them in close. Another thing that you can do is you can use envelopes instead. So same concept, put the dates on the outside, and then in the envelopes, you're going to have gifts. Something I like a little bit better than this is because then if you don't have a lot of party gadgets and you're thinking, shoot, this is a great idea, I got a party today, I just don't have a whole lot of gadgets to do that with, then use the envelopes. I prefer pretty colored envelopes, so you might need to make a stop at I don't know, whatever you have, CVS, Walgreens, I think everybody has those, and see if you can't find some pretty bright colored envelopes instead of just plain old white. And put the dates and the times that you want to hold your parties, and then inside you could put a gift. And so an easy way to do this is to number the envelopes and then have a cheat sheet somewhere. So if you've got 8 envelopes, then you'll have a page that says numbers 1 through 8, and then it has the gift, because then they don't open the envelope until you get to their party. And if you know that that hostess has envelope number 7, you can look at your list and know that you need to take gift number 7. That way you don't have to drag all 8 gifts around with you all month long. So that's an easy way to kind of handle that. Or in the envelopes, you can put the pool money. So again, you can use up to $75 in pool credit per party. That's Tupperware's maximum. So if you've got a party date that's next week, or even this week, you could put $75 in pool credit in it. If it's the following week, 50, and the following week, 25. So using that pool credit that you have, that means that hostess, you're starting her with $75 in party sales. So you're going to add that pool credit to it. And so technically, she's only going to need to have $975 in sales along with your 25, or $925 along with your $75 to qualify for her $1,000 host party. Now, excuse me, let me take a sip of coffee real quick, okay? Okay, so here's the thing that's real important for you to realize. You got credit for that Tupperware when you ordered it. So you're not going to submit that party and have $1,000 credit. You're only going to have $925 because you got $75 sales credit when you ordered those samples that is giving you that $75 pool credit. So that's really important because if there is a challenge for, say, $500, which there's quite a few this month in a week, and your hostess is only at the $500 level and you're giving her $75 in pool credit, she really only has $425 in actual sales that you're going to be submitting, and you would not earn the weekly incentive gift for having $500 unless you have a couple of other outside orders that you can add, that you are adding to that total. You don't have to add it to her party, but you are adding it to your retail. So I just wanted to be real clear about that because I don't want anybody to be disappointed thinking that they qualified for a gift and then you don't. Another one that I love to do, and you may or may not be able to do this depending upon what you have on hand, is what I call pick your price. So this has got to be an item that's around a $25 retail, maybe $30 at the most. So some of my favorite items to use are the ice cream scoop, the can opener. It's a little over $30, so I'll use the can opener from time to time. So whenever those items are on sale, I will typically buy a couple of them. I am not a fan of inventory. I don't think we need inventory at all. We don't sell heart valves. People can wait for their bowls. I've been in this business for 38 years, and I think that having inventory is the greatest waste of your resources possible. I'm not a fan of having inventory at a show either. Like if you're going to a vendor show, you don't need it. Demonstrate what you've got as far as the host offers. Demonstrate your say yes. Demonstrate a couple of the hottest items as far as the premium products. If somebody has to have something, they'll say, oh my gosh, I really need a Shape-O ball. Do you have that? No, but I'll be happy to order for it, and take their order. Simple as that. But I do believe that you should invest money in getting items that you can use promotionally. And to me, there's a difference between having inventory, hoping you're going to sell it, and having promotional items. So when gadgets are on sale, I like to buy them because they're small. They don't take up a lot of space. That's one of my biggest reasons for doing it. But people love them. So let's say, for example, that you've got an extra ice cream scoop that you scooped up on when it was on sale the last time, or a can opener. What you would do is you would take it to the party, and after you've done the demonstration, you would say, now, ladies, I've got a great offer for 2 lucky people. Maybe you've got 2 of them. And you would demonstrate your ice cream scoop, or you would demonstrate your can opener. And then you would say, let's say you have the ice cream scoop. So you do this demonstration, and then you talk to them about the retail value. But I have a special offer for you, because today you're going to get to buy this item at your party for $1 per day away. So if you date your party in 7 days, you're going to get to buy this product for $7. If you date your party 3 days away, you get to buy it for $3. If you date your party in 2 weeks, it's $14. If you want to date it a month and a half away, it's $45. And I always laugh because that's more than what the retail is. And then they'll giggle as well because I've already told them the retail. So, the thing is you only buy them when they're on sale. Plus you got your discount. So even if you are selling it for, say, $14 or $10, sometimes it's really, when you wash it all out, it's probably only costing you a couple of dollars. And to me, I don't mind spending $5 if I can date a party within the next 10 days. So that's the math of that. You can't afford to do it if you're paying full retail minus your discount. So this is when you actually had something that you got on sale. Now, if they date day after tomorrow and you're selling it for $3, then it's going to cost you. But here's the way I look. Gee, money, Christmas. if I can get somebody to date a party into 3 days from now, that's a nice little chunk of change that I'm going to make that I wasn't planning on making. So I'm good for that. Now, you probably need to put a minimum of party sales on that, and they don't get to buy it until the party. So it's not like you let them buy it now and go home and then you never see them again. So you're going to put their name on it, and then when you go to their party in 7 days, they're going to get to pay $7, and you're going to present it to them at that party. If they reschedule the party, guess what? They got a price increase, or they don't get it, whatever which way you want to handle that. So let's go through my list. We've talked about the mystery host, the office party, the survey party, Facebook party. We've done the envelope using pool money. We've done your pick your price. All right, last thing that I've got for you, and this is a great way for you to pull in some sales, or pull out a party, I should say, if you have a party already. So let's say that you have a party scheduled for Thursday. And you're like, oh my gosh, I really wish I would have gotten a second party in. So as you're calling your hostess this weekend to kind of solidify everything, then this is something that you might want to say to her. So I would say, Kim, I just had a thought about something. Have you talked to any of your friends yet about hosting a Tupperware get-together? Because I did challenge you to have a dating waiting. And if she says, yes, I did, my friend Connie is interested in hosting a party. Well, I'm not sure if this will work for you guys, but I just want to throw this out. Does Connie live kind of nearby you? And if she says yes, that's a good thing, because that means a lot of her friends probably live kind of nearby. What would be the possibility of Connie having a double hostess party with you on Thursday? So in other words, if I were to call Connie and see if she wants to have her party alongside you, now your party sales are still your party sales, she would invite some of her friends, and those would be her sales. We're not combining your sales, but that way she would be one of your datings, and she could actually be holding the party the same night, because it's record breaker, and I am running out of time slots for everybody because everybody wants in on this host bonus. Now, if her house is large enough and she feels like she can put, 6 more people or so into the party, great. Now, hopefully there's 10 more people. That would be perfect. So that's when then you would pick up the telephone, you would call Connie, and you would say, hey, Connie, my name is Tina, and I am Kim's Tupperware party, and I'm looking forward to Kim's party on Thursday. And she'll say, oh, I am too. I'm so excited. And she might even say, I already said I'd have a party. If she doesn't, then you would say, well, as I was talking to Kim this morning, she mentioned that you might be interested in doing a party, and I've got a deal for you. My date book is really getting full because it's record breaker and everybody's going to get in on these, and I do not want you to miss out on our incredible October host offers. And so I've already talked with Kim about this, and she is completely cool with this. How would you feel about holding your party on Thursday along with Kim? All you need to do is invite a couple of your friends, and you could start working on your orders now, and you wouldn't even have to clean the house for your Tupperware party. And then don't say another word. And if she says, well, I was really kind of looking forward to having it at my house. We've just redone the kitchen and all my friends want to see it, then that's the reason she's having her Tupperware party. But if she's like, heck yeah, if I don't have to clean my house, that's great. Then that's when you say, awesome, let me get you a packet right away. Then start the party planning process with her immediately. Set up your Facebook event, do everything that you would do if she was dating a party that night. You've just dated a party into 4 days. She's having it at Kim's house. So you've got Kim with her party. She's working for her $1,000, and you've got Connie with her party. She's working for $1,000. You've just pulled a party into your date book. So it's a great way of maximizing your time in your date book. So I hope that these ideas, it's my 6-pack of ideas, has helped you getting the most out of this week and really helping you realize that even though Record Breaker has started today, it's not too late for you to get things moving in a bigger, faster direction than what you've already got. So maybe you're a little bit behind the 8 ball. It's okay. It's never too late until the end of the month, right? So I want to challenge you to pick out a couple of these or do all 6 and work as hard as you possibly can to get some parties dated into this week and really make those parties that you have $1,000 parties. And again, I'm going to close with what I started with. Nothing works unless you do. So lots of great information for you today. If you hang up and you don't do anything with it, you're going to miss out. So take action immediately. So I am looking forward to watching each and every one of you celebrate hugely at the end of this month. It's going to be so much fun to watch the FSRC be the top in the nation with the sales. Wouldn't it be awesome? This is the cool thing. So when we go to Jubilee next year and we have the great big wall that shows the record breaker as the top 3 in each category, wouldn't it be awesome if the top 3 in each region were from our FSRC? I think that's an awesome goal for us to have. So it's up to you to make that happen. So happy record breaker. I hope you have a marvelous, marvelous day today. Goodbye, everybody.